Home, you idle creatures, get you home. Is this a holiday? What, know you not?
Sir, we make a holiday to welcome Caesar and rejoice in his triumph.
Wherefore rejoice? What conquest brings thee home? What tributaries follow him to Rome to grace in captive bonds his chariot wheels? You blocks, you stones, you worse than senseless things. Oh, you hard hearts, you cruel men of Rome. Knew you not Pompey? Many a time and oft have you climbed up to walls and battlements, to towers and windows, yea, to chimney tops, your infants in your arms, and there have sat the livelong day with patient expectation to see great Pompey pass the streets of Rome. And when you saw his chariot but appear, have you not made a universal shout that Tiber trembles underneath her banks to hear the replication of your sounds made at her concave shores? And do you now put on your best attire? And do you now call on a holiday? And do you now strew flowers in his way who comes in triumph over Pompey's blood? Begone! Run to your houses, fall upon your knees, pray to the gods to intermit the plague that needs must light on this ingratitude.
See, they vanish tongue-tied in their guiltiness. Go you that way toward the Capitol. This way will I disrobe the images of Caesar.
May we do so? You know it is the Feast of Lupercal.
It is no matter. Let no images be hung with Caesar's trophies. I'll about and drive the vulgar from the street. These growing feathers plucked from Caesar's wing will make him fly on ordinary pitch. Who else would soar above the heads of men and keep us all in servile fearfulness?
Calpurnia! Face! Ho! Caesar's face! Calpurnia!
Here, my lord.
Stand you directly in Antonius' way when he doth run his course. Antonius?
Peter, my lord.
Forget not in your speed, Antonius, to touch Calpurnia. For our elders say the barons touched in this holy race shake off their sterile curse.
I shall remember. When Caesar says do this, it is performed.
Set on and leave no ceremony out. Huh. Who calls me? Let every noise be still. Who is it in the press that calls on me? What man is that?
A soothsayer bids you beware the Ides of March.
Set him before me. Let me see his face.
Fellow, come from the throng. Look upon Caesar.
What sayest thou to me now? Speak once again.
Beware the Ides of March.
He is a dreamer. Let us leave him. Pass!
Will you go see the order of the course?
Not I.
I pray you do.
I am not game. I do lack some part of that quick spirit that is in Antony.
Brutus, I do observe you now of late. I have not from your eyes that gentleness and show of love as I was wont to have.
Cassius, be not deceived. If I have veiled my look, I turn the trouble of my countenance merely upon myself. Vexed I am of late with passions of some difference, conceptions only proper to myself, which give some soil, perhaps, to my behaviors. But let not, therefore, my good friends be grieved, because poor Brutus with himself at war forgets the shows of love to other men.
Then, Brutus, I have much mistook your passion. Tell me, good Brutus, can you see your face?
No, Cassius. For the eye sees not itself, but by reflection, by some other thing.
'Tis just. And it is very much lamented, Brutus, that you have no such mirrors as will turn your hidden worthiness into your eye, that you might see your shadow.
Into what dangers would you lead me, Cassius, that you would have me seek into myself for that which is not in me?
Good Brutus, be prepared to hear. And since you know you cannot see yourself so well as by reflection, I, your glass, will modestly discover to yourself that of yourself you yet know not of.
What means this shouting? I do fear the people choose Caesar for their king.
Aye, do you fear it?
I would not, Cassius, yet I love him well. What is it you would impart to me? If it be aught toward the general good, set honor in one eye and death in the other, and I will look on both indifferently. For let the gods so speed me as I love the name of honor more than I fear death.
I know that virtue to be in you, Brutus, as well as I know your outward favor. Well, honor is the subject of my story. I cannot tell what you and other men think of this life. But for my single self, I had as lief not be, as live to be in awe of such a thing as I myself. I was born free as Caesar, so were you. We both is fed as well, and we can both endure the winter's cold as well as he. For once, upon a raw and gusty day, the troubled Tiber chafing with her shores, Caesar said to me, "Darest thou, Cassius, now leap in with me into this angry flood and swim to yonder point?" Upon the word, accoutred as I was, I plunged in and bade him follow. So indeed he did. The torrent roared, and we did buffet it with lusty singing, throwing it aside and stemming it with hearts of controversy. But ere we could arrive the point proposed, Caesar cried, "Help me, Cassius, or I sink!" I, as Aeneas, our great ancestor, did from the flames of Troy upon his shoulders the old Anchises bear, so from the waves of Tiber did I the tired Caesar. And this man is now become a god, and Cassius is a wretched creature who must bend his body if Caesar carelessly but not on him. Ye gods, it doth amaze me. A man of such a feeble temper should so get the start of the majestic world and bear the palm alone.
Another general shout. I do fear that these applauses are for some new honors that are heaped on Caesar.
Why, man, he doth bestride the narrow world like a colossus, and we, petty men, walk under his huge legs and peep about to find ourselves in dishonorable graves. Men at sometimes are masters of their fate. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves, that we are underlings. Brutus and Caesar. What should be in that Caesar? Why should that name be sounded more than yours? Write them together. Yours is as fair a name. Brutus will start a spirit as soon as Caesar. Now in the names of all the gods at once, upon what meat doth this our Caesar feed, that he is grown so great?
That you do love me, I am nothing jealous. What you would work me to, I have some aim. How I have thought of this and of these times I shall recount hereafter. What you have said, I will consider. What you have to say, I will with patience hear, and find the time both meet to hear and answer such high things. Till end, my noble friend, chew upon this. Brutus had rather be a villager than to repute himself a son of Rome under these hard conditions as this time is like to lay upon us.
I am glad that my weak words have struck the dustman show of fire from Brutus.
Look you, Cassius, the angry spots that glow on Caesar's brow, and all the rest look like a gin train. Calpurnia's cheek is pale, and Cicero's fiery eyes.
Antonius,
Caesar?
let me have men about thee, the fat, sleek-headed men, such as sleep o' nights. Yon Cassius hath a lean and hungry look. He thinks too much. Such men are dangerous.
Fear him not, Caesar. He's not dangerous. He's a noble Roman and well-given.
Would he were fatter, but I fear him not. He reads much. He is a great observer, and he looks quite through the deeds of men. He loves no plays as thou dost, Antony. He hears no music. Seldom he smiles. He smiles in such a sort as if he mocked himself and scorned his spirit. Such men as he be never at heart's ease whilst they behold a greater than themselves. And therefore they are very dangerous. I rather tell thee what is to be feared than what I fear. For always I am Caesar.
Casca, tell us what it chanced today.
Why, there was a crown offered Caesar, and being offered him, he put it by with the back of his hand thus. And then the people fell a shouting.
Who offered him the crown?
Why, Antony.
Tell us the manner of it, gentle Casca.
I can as well be hanged as tell the manner of it. It was mere foolery. He saw Mark Antony offer him a crown. He put it by one. But for all of that, to my thinking, he fain would have had it. I saw Mark Antony offer him a crown, yet 'twas not a crown neither. 'Twas one of these coronets. And as I told you, he put it by one. Then he offered it to him again, and he put it by again. But to my thinking, he was very loath to lay his fingers off it. And then he offered it the third time, put it the third time by. And still as he refused it, the rabblement hooted and clapped their chapped hands and threw up their sweaty nightcaps and uttered such a deal of stinking breath because Caesar refused the crown that it almost choked me. For he swooned and fell down at it. For mine own part, I durst not laugh for fear of opening my lips and receiving the bad air.
What said he when he came unto himself?
When he came to, he said if he had done or said anything amiss, he desired their worships to think it was his infirmity. 3 or 4 wenches where I stood cried, "Alas, good soul," and forgave him with all their hearts. But there's no heed to be taken of them. If Caesar stabbed their mothers, they would have done no less.
Did Cicero say anything?
Aye, he spoke Greek.
To what effect?
Those that understood him smiled at one another and shook their heads. But for mine own part, it was Greek to me. There was more foolery yet, if I could remember it.
Will you dine with me tomorrow, Casca?
Aye, if I be alive, and your mind whole, and your food worth the eat.
And so it is. For this time I will leave you.
Well, Brutus, thou art noble. Yet I see thy honorable metal may be wrought from that it is disposed. Therefore, it is meet that noble minds keep ever with their likes. For who so firm that cannot be seduced? Caesar doth bear me hard, but he loves Brutus. If I were Brutus now, and he were Cassius, he should not humor me. I will this night in several hands. Who's there?
A Roman.
Casca by your voice.
Cassius. They say the senators tomorrow mean to establish Caesar as a king.
I know where I wear this dagger. Cassius from bondage will deliver Cassius. And why should Caesar be a tyrant then? Now know you, Casca. I have moved already some certain of the noblest-minded Romans to undergo with me an enterprise of honorable, dangerous consequence. 'Tis Cinna. Cinna, where haste you so?
To find you. Oh, what a fearful night is this. There's 2 or 3 of us have seen strange sights. Oh, Cassius, if you couldn't win the noble Brutus to our party.
Be you content, good Cinna. Take this paper, and see you lay it in the praetor's chair where Brutus may find it. Throw this in at his window. Let us go. It is after midnight, and ere break of day, we will wake Brutus, and be sure of him.
Lucius, ho! Lucius, awake! I say, when, Lucius?
Called you, my lord?
Light me a taper from my study, Lucius.
I will, my lord.
I know no personal cause to spurn at him, but for the general. Caesar would be crowned. How that might change his nature, there's the question. It is the bright day that brings forth the adder, crowning. That and then, I grant we put a sting in him, that at his will he may do danger with. The abuse of greatness is when it disjoins remorse from power. And to speak of Caesar, I have not known when his affection swayed more than his reason. But 'tis a common proof that lowliness is young ambition's ladder, whereto the climb upward turns his back, looks in the clouds, scorning the base degrees by which he did ascend. Caesar may. And therefore, think him as a serpent's egg, which hatched would as his kind grow mischievous, and kill him in the shell.
Sir, searching the window for flint, I found this paper, thus sealed up.
Is not tomorrow, boy, the Ides of March.
I know not, sir.
Look in the calendar and bring me word.
I will, sir.
Brutus, thou sleepst. Awake and see thyself. Shall Rome, etc., speak, strike, redress? Brutus, thou sleepst awake. Shall Rome stand under one man's awe? Am I entreated to speak and strike? O Rome, I make thee promise, if the redress will follow, thou receivest thy full petition at the hand of Brutus.
My lord.
Portia, what mean you? Wherefore rise you now? It is not for your health thus to commit your weak condition to the raw, cold morning.
Nor for yours neither. You virginly, Brutus, stole from my bed. And yesternight at supper you suddenly arose and walked about, musing and sighing and staring upon me with ungentle looks. Brutus, dear my lord, make me acquainted with your cause of grief.
I am not well in health, and that is all.
Brutus is wise, and were he not in health, he would embrace the means to come by it.
What so I do, good Portia? Go to bed.
Is Brutus sick? And is it physical to walk unbraced and suck up the humors of the dank morning? No, my Brutus. You have some sick offense within your mind, which by right and virtue of my place I ought to know of.
Kneel not, gentle Portia. You are my true and honorable wife.
If this were true, then should I know this secret. I grant I am a woman, but withal a woman that Lord Brutus took to wife. Think you I am no stronger than my sex? Tell me your counsels. I will not disclose them. I have made strong proof of my constancy, giving myself a voluntary wound here in the thigh. Can I bear this with patience and not my husband's secret?
Portia, go in a while, and by thy bosom shall partake the secrets of my heart. All my engagements I will construe to thee, and all the character of my sad brows.
What mean you, Caesar? Think you to what for? You shall not stir out of your house today.
Caesar shall fall. The things that threaten me ne'er look but on my back. When they shall see the face of Caesar, they are banished.
Caesar, I never stood on ceremonies, yet now they fright me.
Cowards die many times before their death. The valiant never taste of death but once. Seems to me most strange that men should fear, seeing that death, the necessary end, will come when it will come.
Oh, my lord, your wisdom is consumed in confidence. Do not go forth today. Call it my fear that keeps you in the house, and not your own. We'll send Mark Antony to the Senate house, and he shall say you're not well today.
Mark Antony shall say I am not well, and for thy humor I will stay at home.
Good morrow, worthy Caesar. I come to fetch you to the Senate house.
Bear my greetings to the senators, and tell them I will not come today.
Say he is sick.
Most mighty Caesar, let me know some cause, lest I be laughed at when I tell them so.
The cause is in my will. I will not come. That is enough to satisfy the Senate.
The Senate have concluded to give this day a crown to mighty Caesar. If you shall send them word you will not come, their minds may change. Caesar hide himself. Shall they not whisper, lo, Caesar is afraid?
How foolish do your fears seem now, Calpurnia. I am ashamed that I did yield to them. Give me my robe, or I will go.
Caesar, beware of Brutus. Take heed of Cassius. Come not near Casca. Mark well Decius Brutus. There is but one mind in all these men, and it is bent against Caesar. My lover, Artemidorus.
tides of March are come.
Aye, Caesar, but not good.
Hail, Caesar. Read this schedule.
O Caesar, Tribonius doth desire you to read at your best leisure this his humble suit.
Great Caesar. Caesar, read mine first. For mine the suit that touches Caesar nearer. Read it, great Caesar.
What touches us ourselves shall be lost served.
Delay not. Read it instantly.
What, is the fellow mad?
I wish your enterprise today may thrive.
What enterprise, Popilius?
Very well.
I fear our purpose is discovered. If this be known, Cassius or Caesar never shall turn back, for I will slay myself.
Popilius Lenus speaks not of our purposes, for see, he smiles, and Caesar does not change.
Are we ready? What is now amiss? Caesar and his Senate must redress.
Most high, most mighty, most puissant Caesar, Metellus Simba throws before thy feet and humble heart.
I must prevent these, Simba. These couchings and these lowly curtsies might fire the blood of ordinary men. Be not fond to think that Caesar bears such rebel blood that will be thought from the true quality with that which melteth fools. I mean sweet words, low crooked curtsies, and base spaniel fawning. Thy brother, by decree, is banished. Thou dost bend and pray and fawn for him, or spurn thee like a cur. Out of my way! No, Caesar doth not wrong, or without cause will he be satisfied.
Is there no voice more worthy than my own to sound more sweetly in great Caesar's ear for the repealing of my banished brother?
I kiss thy hand, but not in flattery, Caesar, desiring thee that Publius Cimber may have an immediate freedom of repeal.
What, Brutus?
Pardon, Caesar. Caesar, pardon. As low as to thy foot doth Cassius fall, to beg enfranchisement of Publius Cimber.
I could be well moved if I were a Jew, but I am constant as the northern star, whose true fixed and lasting quality there is no fellow in the firmament. The skies are painted with unnumbered sparks, and they are fire, and every one doth shine. But there's but one and all doth hold his place. That I am he, let me a little show it. That I with constant Cimber should be banished, and constant do remain to keep him so.
O Caesar!
Hence wilt thou lift up Olympus?
Great Caesar! Speak and for me!
Bruce. Poor Brute. False Caesar.
Hail! Ambition's debt is paid.
Go to the pulpit, Brutus!
And Cassius, too. Where is Antony? Back to his house amazed. Stoop, Romans, stoop. And let us bathe our hands in Caesar's blood. Up to the elbows and besmear our swords.
Stoop then and wash.
How many ages hence shall this, our lofty scene, be acted over in states unborn, and accents yet unknown?
Then walk we forth even to the marketplace, and waving our red weapons o'er our heads, let us cry, peace, freedom, and liberty!
What shall we forth? Every man away. Brutus shall lead, and we will brace his heels.
Welcome, Mark Antony.
Oh, mighty Caesar. Dost thou lie so low? Art all thy conquests, glories, triumphs, spoils, shrunk to this little measure? Very well. I know not, gentlemen, what you intend. Who else must be let blood? Who else is rank? If I myself, there is no hour so fit as Caesar's death hour, nor no instrument of half that worth as those your swords made rich for the most noble blood of all this earth. I do beseech ye, if you bear me hard, now was your purpled hands to reek and smoke. Fulfill your pleasure. Live 1,000 years, I shall not find myself so apt to die. No place shall please me so. No mean of death is here by Caesar, and by you cut off the choice and master spirits of the age.
Oh, Antony, beg not your death of us. Oh, now we must appear bloody and cruel, as by our hands, and this our present act you see we do. Yet see you but our hands, and this the bleeding business they have done. Our hearts you see not, they are pitiful. Pity to the general wrong of Rome hath done this deed on Caesar. To you, our swords have leaden points, Mark Antony.
Your voice shall be as strong as any man's in the disposing of new dignity.
Only be patient till we have appeased the multitude. Then we will deliver you the cause, why I, that did love Caesar when I struck him, have thus proceeded.
I doubt not of your wisdom. Let each man render me his bloody hand. O Caesar, if thy spirit see us now, shall it not grieve thee dearer than thy death to see thy Antony making his peace, shaking the bloody fingers of thy foes, most noble in the presence of thy cause?
Mark Antony.
Pardon me, Caius Cassius.
Will you be pricked in number of our friends, or shall we on and not depend on you?
Friends am I with you all, and love you all. Upon this hope that you shall give me reasons why and wherein Caesar was dangerous.
Our reasons are so full of good regard that were you Antony, the son of Caesar, you should be satisfied.
That's all I ask. And am moreover suitor that I may produce his body to the marketplace, and in the pulpit, as becomes a friend, speak in the order of his funeral.
You shall, Mark Antony.
Brutus, a word with you. You know not what you do. Do not consent that Antony speak at his funeral. You know how much the people may be moved by that which he will utter?
By your pardon, I will myself into the pulpit first, and show the reason of our Caesar's death.
I know not what may fall. I like it not.
Mark Antony, here, take you Caesar's body. You shall not in your funeral speech blame us, but speak all good you can devise of Caesar, and say you do it by our permission.
Be it so. I do desire no more.
Prepare the body, then, and follow us.
Pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle with these butchers. Thou art the ruins of the noblest man that ever lived in the tide of times. Woe to the hand that shed this costly blood. Over thy wounds now do I prophesy. A curse shall light upon the limbs of men. Domestic fury and fierce civil strife shall cumber all the parts of Italy. Blood and destruction shall be so in use that mothers shall but smile when they behold their infants quartered with a hand of war. And Caesar's spirit ranging for revenge, with Ate by his side, come hot from hell, shall in these confines with a monarch's voice cry havoc! And let slip the dogs of war.
Hear me for my cause, and be silent that you may hear. Believe me for mine honor, and have respect to mine honor that you may believe. Censure me in your wisdom, and awake your senses that you may the better judge. If there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar's, to him I say that Brutus' love to Caesar was no less than his. If then that friend demand why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that I love Caesar less, but that I love Rome more. Had you rather Caesar were living and die all slaves, than that Caesar were dead to live all free men? As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice in it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There's tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor for his valor, and death for his ambition. Who is here so base that would be a bondman? If any, speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so rude that would not be a Roman? If any, speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so vile that will not love his country? If any, speak, for him have I offended. I pause for a reply. Then none have I offended. I have done no more to Caesar than you shall do to Brutus. Here comes his body, borne by Mark Antony, who, though he had no hand in his death, shall receive at once the benefit of his dying, a place in the Commonwealth, as which of you shall not? With this I depart. But as I slew my best lover for the good of Rome, I have the same dagger for myself when it shall please my country to meet my death.
Bring him with triumph home unto his house. Give him a statue with his ancestors. Let him be Caesar. Caesar's better foot shall be crowned in Brutus. Bring him to his house. Oh, Brutus, speak.
Good countrymen, let me depart alone. And for my sake, stay here with Antony. Do grace to Caesar's corpse, and grace his speech tending to Caesar's glories, which Mark Antony, by our permission, is allowed to make. I do entreat you, not a man depart, save I alone, till Antony have spoke.
Go up. For Brutus' sake, I am beholden.
What did he say of it, Brutus?
He said, for Brutus' sake, he finds himself beholding to us all.
Could best he speak no harm of Brutus here.
This Caesar was a tyrant. Aye, that's certain. We are blessed that Rome is rid of him. Peace! Let us hear what Antony can say.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often tethered with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus hath told you Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it were a grievous fault. And grievously hath Caesar answered it. Here, under leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable man. So they all honorable men. Come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious. And Brutus is an honorable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When that the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff, yet Brutus says he was ambitious. And Brutus is an honorable man. You all did see that on the Lupercal I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious. And sure, he is an honorable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him? Oh, judgment, thou art fled to brutish beasts, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me. My heart is in the coffin there with Caesar. And I must pause till it come back to.
Methinks there is much reason in his saying.
If thou consider rightly of the matter, Caesar hath had a great wrong.
Has he, masters? I fear there will or worse come in his place.
Mark ye his words? He would not take the crown, therefore 'tis certain he was not ambitious.
Poor soul, his eyes are red as fire with weeping.
There's not a nobler man in Rome than Antony.
Aye.
But yesterday, the word of Caesar might have stood against the word. Now lies he there, and none so poor to do him reverence. Oh, master, if I were disposed to stir your hearts and minds to mutiny and rage, I should do Brutus wrong, and Cassius wrong, who you all know are honorable men. I will not do them wrong. I rather choose to wrong the dead, to wrong myself and you, than I would wrong such honorable men. But here's a parchment with the seal of Caesar. I found it in his closet. 'Tis his will. Let but the commons hear this testament, which, pardon me, I do not mean to read. And they would go and kiss dead Caesar's wounds and dip their napkins in his sacred blood. Yea, beg a hair of him for memory, and dying mention it within their wills. The will! The will! Read us Caesar's will. The patience, gentle friends, I must not read it. You are not wood, you are not stones, but men. And being men, hearing the will of Caesar, it will inflame you. It will make you mad. Read us the will. We will hear it, Antony. Will you be patient? Will you stay a while? I have overshot myself to tell you of it. I fear I wrong the honorable men whose daggers have stabbed Caesar. I do fear it.
They were traitors. Honorable men.
You will compel me, then, to read the will. Then make a ring about the corpse of Caesar, and let me show you him who made the will. Shall I descend? Will you give me leave?
Stand back from the hook! Stand back from the hook!
Nay, press not so upon me. Stand far off.
Stand back! Move! Room for Antony! Room for Antony!
You all do know this mantle. I remember the first time ever Caesar put it on. 'Twas on a summer's evening in his tent. That day he overcame the nervy eye. Look, in this place ran Cassius' dagger through. See what a rent the envious Casca made? Through here the well-beloved Brutus stabbed. And as he plucked his cursed steel away, mark of the blood of Caesar followed it. For Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's angel. This was the most unkindest cut of all. For when the noble Caesar saw him stab, ingratitude, more strong than traitor's arms, quite vanquished him. Then burst his mighty heart, and Caesar fell. Oh, what a fall was there, my countrymen. And I, and you, and all of us fell down, whilst bloody treason flourished over us. And so, what? Weep you when you but behold our Caesar's bestial wounded? Look you here. Here is himself, marred, as you see, with traitors.
Oh, piteous spectacle.
Oh, noble Caesar!
A woeful day. Traitors. Villains.
He will be revenged!
Hey, countrymen! Good friends, sweet friends, let me not stir you up to such a sudden flood of mutiny. They that have done this deed are honorable. What private griefs they had that made them do it, alas, I know not. They are wise and honorable, and will no doubt with reasons answer you. I come not, friends, to steal your hearts away. I am no orator, as Brutus is, but, as you know me all, a plain, blunt man that love my friend,
and that they know full well that gave me public leave to speak of him. I only speak right on. I tell you that which you yourselves do know. Show your sweet Caesar's wounds, poor dumb mouths, and bid them speak for me. But were I Brutus, and Brutus Antony, e'er an Antony would ruffle up your spirit, and put a tongue in every wound of Caesar, and should move the stones of Rome to rise and mutiny!
Burn the house of Brutus!
Yet hear me, countrymen! Yet hear me speak! My friends, you go to do you know not what, wherein if Caesar thus deserved your love. You have forgot the will I told you of. Here is the will.
Read us the will,
Read the
Here is the will. And under Caesar's seal, to every Roman citizen he gives, to every several man, 75 drachmas. Moreover, he hath left you all his walks, his private arbors and new planted orchards, to walk abroad and recreate yourselves. Here was a Caesar. When comes such another? Never!
Now let it work. Mischief, thou art afoot. Take thou what course thou wilt.
I dreamt tonight that I did feast with Caesar, and things unlucky charged my fantasy. I have no will to wander forth of doors, yet something leads me forth.
What is your name? Whither are you going? Well. You a married man or a bachelor? Answer every man directly.
What is my name? Whither am I going? Where do I dwell? Am I a married man or a bachelor? Then, to answer every man directly, wisely, I say, I am a bachelor. Directly, I go to Caesar's funeral.
As a friend or an enemy?
As a friend. Truly, my name is Cinna.
I'm
Cinna the poet! I'm Cinna the poet! I'm not Cinna the conspirator!
I'm not Cinna, the conspirator!
These many then shall die. Their names are pricked.
Your brother, too, must die. Consent you, Lepidus?
I do consent, but on condition that Publius shall not live. Who is your sister's son, Mark Antony?
He shall not live. Look, with a spot I damn him. But Lepidus, go you to Caesar's vault. Fetch the will hither. This is a slight, unmeritable man, meet to be sent on errands. Is it fit the threefold world divided, he should stand one of the three to share it?
So you thought him?
Octavius, I have seen more days than you. And though we lay these honors on this man to ease ourselves of divers slanderous loads, he shall but bear them as the ass bears gold, to groan and sweat under the business, either led or driven, as we point the way.
You may do your will, but he's a tried and valiant soldier.
So is my horse, Octavius. And now great things. Brutus and Cassius are living powers. We must straight make head. Therefore, let our alliance be combined, our best friends made. For we're at the stake and bait above with many enemies. And some that smile have in their hearts, I fear, millions of mischiefs.
Most noble brother, you have done me wrong.
Wrong I mine enemies. And if not so, how would I wrong a brother?
This sober form of yours hides wrong, and when you do...
Cassius, be content. Speak your griefs softly. I do know you well.
That you have wronged me doth appear in this. You have condemned and noted Lucius Pella for taking bribes here of the Sardians, wherein my letters praying on his side because I knew the man was slighted off.
You wronged yourself to write in
such a time as this, it is not meet that every nice offense should bear his consequence.
Let me tell you, Cassius, you yourself are much condemned to have an itching palm, to sell and march your offices for gold, to undeserved.
I an itching palm.
The name of Cassius honors this corruption, and chastisement doth therefore hide his head.
Chastisement?
Remember March, the Ides of March. Remember, did not great Julius bleed for justice' sake? What villain touched his body that did stab, and not for justice? What shall one of us that struck the foremost man of all this world, but for supporting robbers? Shall we now contaminate our fingers with base bribes and sell the mighty space of our large honors for so much trash as may be grasped thus? I had rather be a dog and bathe the moon than such a rope.
Brutus, bait not me. I'll not endure it. You forget yourself to hedge me in. I am a soldier. I, older in practice, abler than yourself to make conditions.
So too you are not, Cassius.
I am.
I say you are not.
Urge me no more. I shall forget myself. Tempt me no further.
Away, slight man.
Is possible? Must I endure all this?
All this? Aye, more. Fret till your proud heart break. Must I budge? Must I observe you? Must I stand and crouch under your testy humor? By the gods, you shall digest the venom of your spleen, though it do split you. From this day forth, I'll use you for my mirth. Yea, for my laughter when you are whatfish.
Is it come to this?
You say you are a better soldier. Let it appear so. Make your boasting true, and it shall please me well. For mine own part, I shall be glad to learn of noble men.
You wrong me every way. You wrong me, Brutus. I said an elder soldier, not a better. Did I say better?
If you did, I care not.
When Caesar lived, he does not thus have moved me.
Peace, Peace, you durst not so have tempted him.
What, I durst not?
No.
Durst not tempt him?
For your life you durst not.
Do not presume too much upon my love. I may do that I shall be sorry for.
You have done that you should be sorry for. There is no terror, Cassius, in your threats. For I am armed so strong in honesty that they pass me by as the idle wind which I respect not. I did send to you for certain sums of gold, which you denied me, for I can raise no money by vile means. By heaven, I had rather coin my heart than drop my blood for drachmas, and to wring from the hard hands of peasants their vile trash by any indirection. I did send to you for certain sums of gold to pay my legions, which you denied me. Rather like Cassius.
I denied you not.
You did?
I did not. He was but a fool that brought my answer back. Brutus hath rived my heart. A friend should bear his friend's infirmities, but Brutus makes mine greater than they are.
I do not till you practice them.
You
on
love me not.
I do not like your faults.
A friendly eye could never see such faults.
Our flatterers would not, though they do appear as huge as high Olympus.
Come, Antony, and young Octavius, come. Revenge yourselves alone on Cassius. For Cassius is a weary of the world. Hated by one he loves, braved by his brother, checked like a bondman, all his faults observed, set in a notebook, learned and conned by rote to, cast into my teeth. Oh, I could weep my spirit from mine eye. Here is my dagger, and within a naked heart. Take it forth. I that denied thee gold will give my heart. Strike as thou didst at Caesar, for I know when thou didst hate him worst, thou lovest him better than ever thou lovest Cassius.
Sheathe your dagger. Be angry when you will. It shall have scope. Do what you will. Dishonor shall be sure.
Had Cassius lived to be but mirth and laughter to his Brutus, when grief and blood ill-tempered vexeth him.
When I spoke that, I was ill-tempered.
You confess so much? Give me.
And my heart, too.
Oh, Brutus, have not you love enough to bear with me when that rash humor which my mother gave me makes me forgetful?
Yes, Cassius. And henceforth, when you are over earnest with your Brutus, you'll think your mother chides and leave you so.
Lucius! Lucius, a bowl of wine.
I did not think you could have been so angry.
Oh, Cassius, I am sick of many griefs. Portia is dead.
Huh? Portia?
She's dead.
How escaped I killing when I crossed you so? Upon what sickness?
Patient of my absence and grief that young Octavius with Mark Antony have made themselves so strong. For with her death, that tidings came. With this she fell distracted, her attendants absent, swallowed fire.
And died so?
Even so. In this I bury all unkindness, Cassius.
Fill, Lucius, till the wine o'erswell the cup. I cannot drink too much of Brutus' love.
Welcome, Decius. Come in, Masala. Masala, I have here received letters that young Octavius and Mark Antony come down upon us with a mighty power. bending their expedition toward Philippi.
Myself have letters of the self-same tenor.
What do you think of marching to Philippi presently?
I do not think it good.
Your reason?
'Tis better that the enemy seek us. So shall he waste his means, weary his soldiers, doing himself offense, whilst we, lying still, are full of rest, defense, and nimbleness.
Good reasons must of force give place to better. The people twixt Philippi in this ground do stand but in a forced affection, for they have grudged us contribution.
Hear me, good brother.
Under your pardon, you must note beside that we have tried the utmost of our friends. Our legions are brimful. Our cause is right. The enemy increaseth every day. We at the height are ready to decline. There is a tide in the affairs of men which, taken at the flood, leads on to fortune. Omitted, all the voyage of their life is bound in shallows and in miseries. On such a full sea are we now afloat, and we must take our current when it serves or lose our ventures.
Then, with your will, go on. We'll along ourselves and meet them at Philippi.
The deep of night has crept upon our talk, and nature must obey necessity.
Good night. Early tomorrow we will ride and head.
Farewell, good Messala. Good night, Decius. Good night, and good repose, noble, noble Cassius.
Oh, my dear brother, this was an ill beginning of the night. Never come such division between our souls. Let it not, Brutus.
Everything is well.
Good night, my lord.
Good night. Good brother.
Speak to me, what thou art.
Thy evil spirit, Brutus.
Why comest thou?
To tell thee thou shalt see me at Philippi.
Well, then I shall see thee again.
Aye, at Philippi, at Philippi, at Philippi.
Now, Antony, our hopes are answered. You said the enemy would not come down, but hold the hills in the upper regions. It proves not so. Their battles are at hand.
I am in their bosom, and I know wherefore they do it. They come down with fearful bravery, thinking by this face to fasten in our thoughts that they have courage. But 'tis not so.
Prepare you, generals. The enemy comes on in gallant show. They stand and would have parley.
What, Anthony, shall we give sign of battle?
No, Caesar. We will answer on that charge. Make forth. The generals would have some words.
Words before blows, is it so, countrymen?
Not that we love words better as you do.
Good words are better than bad strokes, Octavius.
In your bad strokes, Brutus,
to give good words. Witness the hole you made in Caesar's heart, crying, "Long live, hail Caesar!" You showed your teeth like apes and fawned like hounds and bowed like bondsmen, kissing Caesar's feet. You flatterers!
Flatterers! Now, Brutus, thank yourself this tongue had not offended so today, if Cassius might have ruled.
Come, the cause! I draw sword against conspirators. When think you the sword goes up again? Never, till Caesar's 33 wounds be well avenged. Or till another Caesar has added slaughter to the swords of traitors?
Oh, if thou wert the noblest of thy strain, young man, thou couldst not die more honorable.
A peevish schoolboy, worthless of such honor, joined with a masker and a rebel.
Just still. Come, Caesar. If you dare fight today, come to the field. If not, when you have stomachs.
Now, most noble Brutus, if we do lose this battle, then is this the very last time we shall speak together? You are contented to be led in triumph through the streets of Rome?
No, Cassius, no. Think not, thou noble Roman, that ever Brutus will go bound to Rome. He bears too great a mind. But this same day must end that work the Ides of March begun. And whether we shall meet again, I know not. Therefore, our everlasting farewell take. Forever and forever, farewell, Cassius. If we do meet again, why, we shall smile. If not, why, then this parting was well made.
Forever and forever, farewell, Brutus. If we do meet again, we'll smile indeed. If not, 'tis true this parting was well made.
Why then, lead on. Oh, that a man might know the end of this day's business ere it come. But it sufficeth that the day will end, and then the end is known.
Come home! Away!
Ride, Masala, ride! Give these bills unto the leaders on the other side. Let them set on at once, for I perceive the cold demeanor in Octavius' wing, and sudden push gives them the overthrow. Ride! Ride! Let them all come down!
Oh, look, Decius, look. The deserters fly. This ensign here of mine was turning back.
Oh, Cassius, Brutus gave the word too early, who, having some advantage on Octavius, took it eagerly. His soldiers fell to spoil, whilst we by Antony are all enclosed.
Fly! Fly further off, my lord. Fly further off. Mark Antony is in your tent, my lord. Look, Decius. Are my tents on fire?
They are, my lord.
Decius, if thou lovest me, go see whether yon troops are friend or enemy. Go, Pindarus, get higher on that hill. My sight was ever thick. Regard Decius. This same day I breathed first. Time has come round, and where I did begin, there shall I end. My life is run his compass.
Regard Decius. Octavius is ta'en. Is Octavius' victory wreath?
Cyril, what news? Oh, my lord! Cyril, what news? Decius is enclosed round about. He's ta'en. Oh, coward that I am.
to live so long, to see my best friend tamed before my face. Come hither, Sirrah. In Parthia did I take thee prisoner. Now be a freeman, with this good sword that ran through Caesar's bowels. Take thou the hilts. And when my face is covered, as 'tis now, guide thou the sword. Caesar, thou art revenged, even with the sword that killed thee.
Octavius is overthrown by noble Brutus' power, as Cassius' legions are by Antony.
These tidings will well comfort good Cassius. O setting sun, thy deeds are done. Mistrust of my success hath done this deed.
The last of all the Romans. Fare thee well. O Julius Caesar, thou art mighty yet. Thy spirit walks abroad and turns our swords into our own proper interests. Friends, I owe more tears to this dead man than you shall see me pay. I shall find time. Cassius, I shall find time. 'Tis 3 o'clock, and Romans yet ere night. We shall try fortune in a second fight.
Where is he?
This is not Brutus, friend.
Pray, Miss Law, don't ache thy sword and run me through.
What? My lord, I'd rather kill myself.
I pray, Volumnius, take thou thy sword and run me through, wilt thou?
That's not an office for a friend, my lord.
Farewell to you, and you, Volumnius. Strato, thou hast been all the while asleep. Farewell to thee too, Strato. Countrymen, my heart doth joy. Yet in all my life I found no man but he was true to me. I shall have glory by this losing day, more than Octavius and Mark Antony by this vile conquest shall attain unto. So fare you well at once, for Brutus' tongue hath almost ended his life's history. Night hangs upon mine eyes. My bones would rest that have but labored to attain this hour. I pray thee, Strato, stay thou by thy lord. Art a fellow of good respect. Thy life hath had some smatch of honor in it. Hold then my sword, and turn away thy face whilst I do run upon it. Wilt thou, Strato? Farewell, good Strato.
Caesar, now be still. I killed not thee with half so good a will. This was the noblest Roman, them all. All the conspirators, save only he, did that they did in envy of great Caesar. He only, in a general, honest thought and common good to all, made one of them. His life was gentle, and the elements so mixed in him that nature might stand up and say to all the world, this was a man.